deck or 3 in a classic constructed deck, which is insane. You could start with 1 and then draw into 1 in the first fucking turn of the game.
So you start with 1 and you draw into the next one.
Yeah, you can draw and then play it because it costs nothing to play.
Yeah. So what's maximum velocity? Play maximum velocity only if you are boosted 3 or more times this turn. Okay.
It attacks for 10 for 2.
Oh my!
It's 10 damage for 2.
After a lot of boosted.
But you have to boost 3 times in a turn.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to pull off, but if you do, imagine, because we only have 20 health each, so it's half your health.
Yeah.
I mean, not even half your health. You're just like.
If I can pull it off.
Yeah.
I like this thrall. 6 damage as well. Damn.
Cheers for yours, Charlie.
Pleasure for the treasure, Lester.
Oh, you'll enjoy Mechanologist, mate.
It's the class that I looked at to be my potential second class.
Well, we don't know what's coming in King.
Well, we don't, but it's the class where, and someone said it brilliantly today it was on the Covcast.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The reason it's so interesting is
it can be played in so many different ways.
No, it's not. It's more human than that. It's good enough to win any game.
Yeah.
But no matter what, you'll always think that range has got that extra 5% somewhere. That if I just do this and tweak this, but then you tweak that and something else changes, and you can't. It's a deck that I don't think you'll ever can't be solved because there isn't something to solve. But you'll always feel like there's a little bit. If I just switch this red for a yellow, or if I just switch this blue for a red, or if I just put this in and take this out, or if I just put an item in. So I think it feels like it's got something.
Yeah.
But you don't know what that something is.
Mechanologist, you can either go with the I'm going to boost and then go again a lot strategy. You can go with the I'm going to go really big heavy attacks at you with Mechanologist because they've got the 2 attacks and you can pummel and you can slog into them. Or you can go for the pistol whipping one, which is apparently the meta one.
Yeah, the induction chamber.
Yeah, you can just shoot rapidly.
What's induction chamber?
Induction chamber allows you to shoot with your weapon again.
Is it a card I do not have?
Yeah, it's not one that you pull.
No.
It's in crew, I think.
Super now. Induction, the plasma purifier, which buffs your weapon damage, is in crew.
Once per turn, attack reaction. Remove a steam counter from condition known. Target attack. Action cards gains. If this hits, put it on the bottom of your deck. Wait, what? How is this beneficial?
Because you run out of cards very quickly as Mechanologist.
Yes.
So by being able to put a card that you've used back in your deck,
it
means you
once the deck's used, is it used? You can't recycle.
No. It's not like Keyforge where you say discard pile.
Or any other deck game, yeah.
Well, Pokemon doesn't, does it?
Pokemon doesn't. Keyforge does. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't. No.
So most
Marvel does. Even though it's
except in this, if you draw all your cards, you don't instantly lose.
No, you have to This is what it's saying where you have to slowly suffer death.
Yeah, you have to suffer death.
It's literally
die to death.
It's like a total exhaustion.
Imagine it's the equivalent of literally you're just knackered.
It's Scarped, he is.
Is what?
Scarped. Just gonna got 2 cards left, and no need to break into a whole thing just to sleeve 2 cards.
I guess I'll set this side.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get me dice. We need lots of dice on my deck.
Look at me, I've got a sleeve dick.
Sleeve dick?
I've got a sleeve dick for the first time ever.
Right, where's your box? Because you can put all these cards in the box.
Haha. Got a box.
Huh?
Got that.
No, what I'm saying is.
Oh, my box. Wait. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the box.
Just place to put all your cards in.
Yes. That was the rest of the mechanologists.
So you don't actually, so these aren't actually dupes because technically you want 3 of every card.
Yeah.
True.
So they're not actually duplicates.
Yeah, if we're playing classic,
You want 3 of each, so you don't actually end up with that many duplicates. It's really cool.
What was I going to say? Do you need a box or something, Charlie?
Well, I've just given you in the box.
Got the original box. Baltic.
What, a box for his deck?
Yeah. See, those are lovely, but they don't fit anything in.
No.
Oh, I've got my old binder.
Old binder?
I'm not going to use it.
No?
Oh, I'm not going to take a whole binder. That'd be a madman.
It's just so you can put all your cards away in a nice binder.
To be fair, there are much nicer binders. Looks like the ones that me and Master have got.
Yeah. I'll have to get you a binder. When's your birthday?
After yours.
Oh, nice. So quite late on.
Yes.
Okay. When's your
When's Hanukkah? After yours.
Do you like Easter eggs?
I love Easter eggs. Oh my god. And they.
So we've got this eye, Moonchant, and a Nebula Blade with a Bloodchief Skeleton and a Grasp of the Archive with
Those
the Photonic Crown,
fix the supers and
Dyke
shiny.
Quality.
Okay.
Just giving it a good old shuffle like this, just to split all the cards up.
It's alright.
You should probably do the same.
I definitely will have to do the same.
Yeah, don't forget. Just
Yeah,
put that
leave out
there
this
like
one.
that. So I do that because it evenly splits everything up.
What did you do in 4?
5. Because it's 4 into 5 go nicely, don't they? Sorry, 40 cards into 5 go nicely. It evenly breaks everything up.
Yes.
I'll do some help for you.
Thank you, sir.
See, so I want to be able to control this remotely. I don't know why it wasn't.
The TV.
It means jiggery pokery.
It needs jiggery and
Pokery. He's actually done good and put himself some null rune stuff on, which is good. Because you need null rune in order to block my rune chance.
Yes.
quickly do
No need to opt.
I might just shove a bit forward a bit.
So we are live.
We are live.
Yeah, but we're not muted. So 3.
Can't quite see my
Mine look a bit shinier.
And we're back! Yay! Everybody cheer! Woo! Oh, some more enthusiasm from let's move back over. So,
Let's see.
the whole point of tonight's stream really is to almost do a beginner's guide to Keyforge. That's a very different game.
It's a very different game, yeah.
To Flesh and Blood. So, like I say, Charlie's only played 1 or 2 games with us previously, but obviously the idea is we'll take this game a little bit slower and talk through a little bit of the strategy and bit, rather than necessarily being the most competitive of games like me and Lester occasionally doing it upset with each other. So, Lester will be taking the role of Viserai, the Rune Blade.
Aye.
While Charlie Boy will be using his brand new cards and we'll be playing Dash. So, chaps.
Oh,
No, I need to.
you're not.
Do you
You're,
want
you're,
I
too
need
old,
to young
you're
up.
too old for me.
So,
You're nice and young.
would
Okay.
you like to roll
Yeah, we can roll.
odd or even?
Odd.
Oh, come on.
So you have to. So one of the things you go for going
Odd
first
is.
is odd. So Charlie gets to choose, but you must choose before
You draw.
you've looked at your cards.
Okay.
So that's one of the again one of the rules of Flash Blood is it's assumed if you look at your cards first, it's assumed you're going first.
There's 4 cards.
4 cards for the starting hand.
Because that's based on your actual intellect.
Okay.
So
Four
pretty much
cards.
every hero has 4 intellect except for Data Doll, which is the other mechanologist
Oh,
who
okay.
has 3, but their abilities is if you boost or if you
If you
discard.
boost into an item,
you
you
put
get
items
put
to
into
play.
Okay.
It's
So yeah,
very cool.
so you have
What,
less
for
stuff
free.
For nothing.
Yeah, for free.
Nothing. Ooh.
So you know that,
So like if you boosted and just banished this,
Yeah.
you'll instantly come into play.
Okay.
and obviously if you're running a pure mechanologist deck, you're running a lot of items. So obviously Charlie's starting ability allows him to put the Techno Core into play. So it just allows him to have a item.
Specialization.
However, it does have 2 counters on it, and I need to go at my little white box of tricks.
Yeah, you
Ooh.
counts, mate.
we love the counters. So I think I'm gonna go first.
You're gonna go first.
Yes.
Okay.
Big brain. Time.
This is my little box of tricks from my Dorinthia deck. Some +1s and damages and stuff. So, Techno Core has 2 steam counters on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Charlie, you're going first. So,
Lovely. Okay. But the 2 cost a lot less. I'm just trying to remember everything because I've forgotten everything.
Well,
How to
talk
play
us
this
through what
game.
you're thinking. It's fine.
So, as we're opening, so I'll just show what I've got.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just go
Because
through.
if we're opening up and we're trying to understand, so I've got pedal to the metal, 2 different hits, and 0 to 60. 0 to 60 is really good when you've got yourself set up, but I haven't got much to boost with.
No, you
No,
you
so-
just boost. Boost just happens.
Boost just happens.
so
Oh, you get to decide whether you want to boost or not. So if you boost, you get to go again. Only if you hit on the top of your cards
Yes.
a mechanologist card. So you basically when you boost,
Yeah.
you banish the top card of your deck, and if it's mechanologist, which your whole deck is mechanologist, so
Yes.
it's going to be,
you get going.
you get to go again.
Yeah, go again.
So it means you get to go again. So every single turn you only have 1 action.
Yeah. Oh, these are attack.
So-
They're all
actions.
attack actions.
Yeah. So let's have a quick
These are,
look
my
here.
entire
So,
hand is an is attacks.
yeah. So when you're looking at a card, there's 4 really key, 5 really key bits of information on it.
Yeah.
The top left, you have its pitch value, which is anywhere between 1 and 3. Reds are always 1, yellows are always 2, blues are always 3. If you pitch it, and pitching is paying using that card to pay for other cards,
Use
you
the
get
pitch
that- you get that
from
value.
What that value is. Yeah.
now the card's cost is in the top right corner. That can be anything. So there's some Runeblade cards that are 9 cost,
Wow.
and other cards as well that are just as high. The bottom left you have the attack value, so that's how
Yep.
much damage that's going to do.
Yellow
In
circle.
the bottom right you have its defense value, so when on the defense turn, if you use that, that's how much that's worth. And obviously you've got the ability. So if you look at your hand there, Charlie, you've got 2 red cards,
Yes.
and you've got 2 blue cards.
In the second phase for that value.
And like James said, you have 1 action, and every time you play a card, except that isn't a reaction, you use that up. So
Yes.
that's why cards with go again refresh that point, that action point, or cards that give you a second action point is effectively
Mm-hmm.
allowing you to play more cards. So your ability to boost
Gives you that go again.
gives you
Yes.
that go again. So it means you can chain attacks together, which is why it's called the combat chain. And each chain in it, each item in it is a link.
So. Blah.
So
Again, I have no strategy, so
don't worry about strategy.
I need to. I need to
wanna-
start
Your,
with
your
something
strategy is to do more damage to James
Then I can do
that he can,
than he does to you.
more than likely.
That's all you need to worry about for now.
One of my most the best cards in my hand. Zip hit. This
Okay.
is Pearls of Metal.
So if you want to play that,
So you have to pay to
so
play
if you
it.
want to play it, you have to pay one resource.
Which
But you can overextend resources.
I can.
So one of the things you obviously are as a mechanologist, you have an ability.
Mm-hmm.
And that ability gives you pit.
So
This is out.
So
you
this
do
has
actually
always
have-
happened, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It has to.
Yeah,
At the
just-
reaction phase, remove a steam counter.
So this is the beginning of your action
and gain
phase.
2.
So
so you effectively have.
you remove a steam counter,
And I'll have 2.
2 pitch.
2 pitch.
So you don't actually have to pay any cards in hand.
I don't have to pay.
So this is going to happen. It removes 1 of this pitch. You've
Yeah.
got 1 remaining.
Brilliant.
Are you
So-
boosting this card?
Yes, I'm going to boost this card.
So you discard the top card that you,
You
banish. So you
banish it.
turn it up. It is a mechanologist card.
So is that your discard or is that your banish? Banish at the
that'll be
bottom
my
usually.
banish.
Banish it.
Put it at the bottom. Yes.
Okay, so it is mechanologist card, turns out.
Surprisingly.
So you're now attacking James for 5 damage, and you already have go again. It's not conditional
Yeah.
on hitting like a lot of cards sometimes are.
So, and now I get a chance to defend that. So I'm going to defend with 3
Yep.
and 2 for 5.
Yes.
So 5 to 5, no damage, but do you get a chance to react? Do you have any
I
attack?
do not have any attack reactions to go with that.
Therefore,
So
I will not defend react.
Yes.
This part finishes. I
Yeah.
get a counter on that.
Onto your blood.
And that gets
gets
discarded.
And
That's
mine
that.
goes away.
Yeah.
2.
That goes against this card.
Now you do have go again, so you can actually
Okay.
play
Another
another
card.
action or another card.
Which I do have a card that costs 1, which can
So-
use up the counter
Well, it's
over
not-
there.
so
costs-
that costs
Or is
2.
it 2? Is it
So you'd have to pitch
An
a.
extra card for
I
that.
have to pitch more. So I've got a boost and a zipper hit.
So what you could always do is if you were to pitch, because obviously we know that you got the 2 blues because that's what we showed earlier.
Mhm.
If you pitched a blue,
Yeah.
you could go up to 4 pitch,
Yeah.
which would mean you'd spend 2 to attack with this, giving you a card in hand.
Yep.
You could also charge up your pistol,
I could.
so you can go quite. So dash seems to be the hero that can go quite wide. So wide is multiple attacks, whereas tall is 1 big attack.
Yeah.
So if you want to play that, you need to pitch a card.
I'm going to pitch the. Which one's better off getting rid of? I might want to keep the boost.
They both boost.
They both.
They're both. No, they're both.
So it's just, so one thing to look at then.
One
is
strong,
what's
one
the-
being stronger, one being weaker.
So you're going to pitch that.
The 060.
So it goes there.
To the pitch.
Pitch goes there. So you go up to 4, and you're using that to pay that. Are you going to boost the pedal to metal?
I'm going to be Pearls Metal.
Which means you discard the top card.
You
Banish the top
it.
card, so it goes
Top.
here.
So
It all turns out it's mechanologist
It's a
card.
mechanologist card, so it does have go again.
Okay, so you're coming at me for 5 now.
yeah.
I will block 6.
Nice.
So,
And
6.
again, I don't have
So-
a
so you have-
reaction to that.
So no reaction, so that
Yeah.
chain resolves.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have go again. You also have 2 pitch left. So, what card have you got in
No,
your
yeah,
hand?
that's a good idea.
My wise idea is to load up my pistol,
Load up the pistol's a good idea.
use a pitch, and put a steam counter on. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has go
and that'll be
again.
my steam counter, and with go again. And I've got a zip here, right there,
Yeah,
which costs 1.
so you pays the
got
1
a
to
single
attack
one.
with a zipper hit. Are you going to boost that? As in, do you want
Do you
to
need to go again?
I don't need a go again.
So it would mean you could
I don't
attack.
imagine I
So if
do.
you wanted to attack with the pistol, you'd need go again. But if you don't want to attack pistol and save that, you don't need it. And it means you're not discarding the card out of your deck.
I don't believe there's any other way, any other need for a go again,
Okay.
apart from an attack. Or is
It's an extra attack if you want it.
So it'd be an extra 2 damage, potentially. Assuming it doesn't block.
assuming it doesn't block, which he only has 1 card in his hand,
Yes.
Correct.
so it'd be
He
worth
does have-
doing some chip.
Yeah.
But he does have something
have armor,
amongst him.
If you can
Yeah, he
break
does
it,
have armor. If I can break
if you,
it, it's
if
worth
if you can get some chip points on his armor, he's not worth defending with it again.
it. Let's do that then.
You are going to boost.
it.
So discard the top card.
With your health
And
then.
it is.
Oh, it goes away my shiny throttle.
So
So
roughly
he's
what
now
it
got
is.
go again.
So he does have
Yep.
go again, so he's
You're
not
coming on with 3. I'm
Yep.
going to
Three.
take 3.
Okay.
Okay. So
And And
that change now resolved, and you do have go again.
You've got the ability to go again.
Go again.
So you want to.
I'm going to use that on my plasma pistol.
Yep. So you can attack for 2.
And discard the steam counter.
Yeah, and I will block for 2.
And you will block for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and that resolves that.
So that's resolved. So now you both, because it's the first
First
turn.
turn of the
Normally, only the person who's just had their turn
Yeah.
draws. Remember, chaps, you do have coffee.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
But on the first turn, both players draw back up to full.
That's
It's a way of being fair in the game rather than having
2, 3.
someone take a huge advantage early on. If my Dorinthia deck suddenly had a counter, you had no cards in hand, it might be a bit sad in a blitz game.
So, my turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch 3 in order to activate the Mage Master to destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me go again on my next action.
Okay.
So that one you spent.
So I spent 1. Okay. I'm going to create a rune enchant using my Grasp of the Arc Knife,
Mm-hmm.
Which costs you 2.
which costs 2,
Mm-hmm.
and creates me a rune enchant. I am then going to read the runes, which creates me 3 rune enchants.
Let's go to 4. And that has go again from the Mage Master Readers.
Which it does. So I'm going to read the runes again, which creates me another 2, puts me up to 6 rune chants, and then I'm going to put that in the arsenal, and I'm going to pass my turn to you.
So
Okay.
the arsenal is again.
We didn't really quite talk about the arsenal, and I've kind of not got much space for the arsenal.
It's alright, we know where
Not
it
to
is.
show
I've moved
you.
it back so that's going to be the combat chain. So the arsenal is a spot where you can play a card face down from your hand. That card has to be played, so you can't defend with it normally, unless it's a defense reaction. You still have to pay for that card, but it basically enables the player to have effectively a 5-card hand.
Yep.
Some classes like Ranger rely on the arsenal to actually fire arrows.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
so it's something that's become much bigger in the game, I think, to the extent where there are texts like Command and Conquer, which actually stop or destroy cards. And it says cards, doesn't it, as well, which is interesting because you've only got 1 arsenal slot
So far.
at the moment until a hero comes along and
So
breaks
now
it.
it's your turn.
Okay.
So, as an aside, when a card is pitched,
Mm-hmm.
you actually get to the bottom of your deck.
Ah.
So it doesn't disappear, it's not
It's
discarded.
kind of recycled.
It's almost a way of, in the game, mimicking because it's all about gladiatorial combat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost their way of mimicking you getting tired because usually you're pitching blues because they're the most valuable,
Yeah.
and you run out of red, so your attacks are getting weaker and
Yeah, so
weaker,
you're
and you use them up,
blue cards.
and then
So anyway,
That's
sorry,
it,
boy.
but
Let's see if you can have an unscripted turn.
I think that's where the best players kind of balance things and sometimes pitch away a red,
Yeah.
knowing they might need it later. It also means you always see your cards.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Question
Gain 1 action point. Would that be relevant to, say, the plasma pistol's action of?
if you wanted
If you
Remove
wanted that
counter.
extra, so straight away
Yeah.
that's gone.
Yeah.
now that's
So
broken.
you,
so
that's
just-
broken.
So I get
You
2.
do have 2 pitch.
But 2
I
pitch.
should have 2 pitch. Yes.
So your Achilles accelerators, so I'll just take
Yeah.
that and read it for the viewers. Instant,
So, it
So you can do
happens
whenever.
Gives you an extra.
destroy Achilles accelerator, gain 1 action point. Activates ability only if you're boosted. So you haven't
Well,
boosted,
boosted,
so
yeah.
you can't do that. So what you could do
Is play
is
something.
play something.
Activates
You could
boost.
potentially have cards which don't boost. Once you've played them, so if you, as long as you boosted, if you had another card, your coffee is
over there.
I need thinking juice.
adult thinking juice.
What gives that?
Milk warrior.
So if you were to say go full throttle,
Yeah.
and you boosted, then maybe you play something like a Command and Conquer, which doesn't have go again. You could destroy what's in the arsenal, break your Achilles accelerator, and then have effectively giving it go again. Not quite, but
Yeah, I get it.
it's a negligible point in that.
It's not it's just a pitch.
Next action point.
Oh right, no, it is an action point. Right. So
Boost, go again.
you can boost.
You can boot. You can
Then
attack.
attack
boost
with something that doesn't have go again. Give it go again. Essentially.
Yeah.
But it's better than that because sometimes there's say guardian cards that will stop you from getting go again. It won't stop you from getting an extra action point.
Yeah, remember that. That's a painful.
Alright, it's a painful card actually.
Because it doesn't just stop you gaining it; it removes it.
Moves it completely.
So all of my warrior attacks, my warrior actions couldn't have go again.
Yeah.
I had a hand of actions, and I was like,
Right, go for it, lad.
Okay, so with my
you
pitch,
have 2 pitch.
I'm going to
Use one.
activate Zipper Hit.
Are you
One
going
goes away.
to? Are you going to
Boosty.
boost it?
I'm going to Boosty.
Boosty away.
Boost it away.
Oh, look at that. It's a Mechanologist card.
So one
I
of the
get-
things that Charlie hasn't done, and also we don't want to time everything in this game,
Mm-hmm.
is one of the key things in Mechanologist is Opt. Opt is the ability to look at the top card of your deck, and if you don't like it, you can put it to the bottom.
Awesome.
If you do, you can just leave it on top. What it does mean in a deck like this is that rather than necessarily boosting away all your best cards, which is something I have done,
Optimal way
you can
Yeah.
opt them to the bottom
for later.
and hope that the second card isn't as good, or the
If I can
third,
survive
no
to the
opt.
bottom.
So
Yes.
I will say no defense.
No defense.
What would you like to do?
No attack reaction.
Defense reaction.
Yeah.
Reduce the rune chant. It does cost 1,
Mm-hmm.
but it's reduced for each rune chant I control.
So it's -5.
This is -5.
Yeah.
It also gains me a rune chant. So I'm now up to 7 rune chants.
So
Maths
it
is
removes
6
it.
plus 1 is 6.
Maths is hard.
So it removed it and then added to it.
No, it doesn't remove any.
No, it reduced the cost of this
Oh, the cost of that.
by the amount of rune chants I have.
So a lot
Oh,
of
it just
the
added to it.
And then I
Reduced.
gained another one because I played it.
But
so
you still
what-
take the damage.
No, I
No,
took
no.
no damage.
So it
So I
was
swapped
is
for
4.
Ah.
So there's a reaction for 4
So
to your
4.
4.
Okay.
So that resolves unless you've got any attack reaction now. So that
I
price
don't have any
passes.
attack
You don't.
reactions.
So that passes back over. So you have
That's
1 pitch left,
One pitch.
and you do
go.
have go again.
I do have a go again. So.
I'll say this: I bloody love this game.
It's so good.
I bloody love this game.
I bloody love it.
So.
So another example
With the
of how you could use the
option.
Achilles Accelerator: if you attack and then you've got a handful of items,
Yeah.
you could pitch to play an item, and that item effectively does have go again.
Yeah.
It's an action, and then you just play another action.
Yeah, like you could go potion or something. Just put potion into something else. So.
Yeah, 'cause you could actually crack your potion.
Well, you could not crack it and play it.
You could
It's
play.
instant. It instantly cracks. So you never use an action point to crack a potion.
No, sorry, yeah, you have to.
You have
play
to
it though.
play it with an action.
Yeah, you have to play it with an action, and they usually don't have go again.
But
But if you gave it go again, you could actually break it to then get 2 action points.
so
if
you
it's
wouldn't
not
break.
time snap.
You wouldn't break it on the turn you played it.
If am I able to break
No, you wouldn't want
the
to.
best of the first fist? Because an attack action.
When an attack action card you control hits, which it didn't hit.
It didn't hit. No, it didn't. I forgot about your
First rule of card games.
damage.
Read
Your
the
damage
cards.
sucking.
Read the
Read
card.
the cards. Damage
It's
sucker.
the amount of times that whether it's groups and then, well, I get that people in the end sometimes like it happens to Marvel Champions. Someone will look at a card and go, "This is broken. I've just done this and I've done 100 damages." And turns out actually, if you've read the
If
card,
you read the card.
it exhausts.
Yeah.
It means you can't keep doing it.
Okay. I'm going to pitch.
So you still have 1 pitch anyway.
So that puts you
The
up to
pitch
4
and the
pitch.
It's a 4 pitch.
That'd be a big attack, this one.
He's swinging.
So 4 pitch.
I've got over the loop.
2, so it's going to spend 2.
Take
for
2.
him. What was that saying?
It's if the over loop hits, put it on the bottom of your deck when the chain resolves.
Are you boosting
But I can
overload?
boost.
No, you don't have to.
Don't.
You can always put that card into your arsenal afterwards. But you
Does
have got
action-
2 pitch left.
Does an action
Yes.
take up a go again?
Yeah, you need go again.
I need to go
do it.
again
You
to
need,
do it.
that'd need go again to be able to use that.
Yes.
So you are going to boost.
I'm going to boost.
Okay.
And there goes watch unload.
Okay,
So
so
there goes
no defense. Any attack reaction.
no attack reaction.
Defense reaction. Reduce the rune chant.
Reduce the rune
3.
count.
So it's free,
Yep.
and it also gains me a rune chant.
Okay.
And it's 3 for 3.
So,
3. Yeah.
any attack reaction?
No attack
I don't
reaction.
do that because there's no attack reaction.
And it
I
doesn't
should
go-
really know.
It doesn't go to
It's
the
mechanologist, isn't
class.
it?
Would that be something worth putting? I mean, all of a sudden, a 2 you're
Well,
looking
nice
at a
little
pummel.
I've got
Or would you look at some. Wow, a pummel would be nasty.
I've got an item, cognition nodes, which I need
Play it
to
out.
use
1.
If there are no steam counters on this,
Before you do that, load up your weapon. Just a hint.
steam counter.
Yeah. So you
Loading
can
up the weapon gives you go again. So you can load up the weapon and do something else. Because you
Okay.
otherwise you'd be wasting one. So just load up the weapon.
Okay. That makes
You don't
sense.
necessarily have to fire the weapon.
You don't have to fire it.
That's how right, but loading up.
You're just scaring
And now you can play this.
If there are no steam counters on,
So
the
it's
cognition
fine.
nodes put
So-
one on it.
So when you play it,
Then I play it. Once per turn, attack reaction, remove steam counter from cognition nodes. Oh. Have I taken damage?
No, you've
I've
not taken
I've
any
just,
damage.
I've just knocked it by accident.
Action if they're no steam on it. Put a steam counter on it. So that does take an action.
so it actually doesn't come into play with any sync.
No.
Interesting.
It needs an action to do so.
So that will stay somewhere.
As an item.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
can see.
Put your brace full of braces there, and then you can put the.
Yeah, and then we can put this over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point, we will have a rig which
So-
will allow us to not have a camera. Have a camera that doesn't, which allows for no glare. And it's all perfect.
Eventually.
So the powers that be
So,
is
draw,
glaring.
so it's that's the end of your turn, so you get to draw up. I don't get to.
So
Okay.
you lose your pitch. Pitch doesn't carry over.
Oh,
I technically use that for that, so you use one for that and one for that.
All right. So yeah, doesn't matter.
It did use them all.
Yeah.
And now you get to draw up to 4 again.
3 and 4.
So you ended your turn with no cards in hand, was it? Or,
No, I've got 3.
Oh, right, you only used one. Yeah.
Did he?
I'm so sorry, Chef.
Oh, you had one in the Arsenal.
Yeah, it was the Arsenal defender with a reduced rune chance from hand and a reduced rune chance from the Arsenal.
What to do though? What to do?
Let's have a look.
Not much I can do, to be honest with you, Charlie. I'm going to. Read the runes. Game 3.
Game 3. Run chant.
And then I'm going to stick.
And there's no way of me putting that down.
I'm going to stick that in the arsenal.
So obviously he doesn't go again. So again, one of the big things around what you're trying to do is kill him before he gets that. So I think we worked out a genuine unblockable OTK is 33.
Wow.
Something like
Rune
that, yeah.
chance.
You want to be doing 33 damage, essentially.
So the way that arcane damage is blocked by pitch, not by armor, which is the difference. So if you had a handful of blue cards,
Mm-hmm.
and as long as you have a piece of armor which gives you arcane barrier 1 against Viscera, at least it's different against Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's arcane damage, it works out differently because each individual rune chant is an individual item of damage, so they resolve individually. So you
Mhm.
only need arcane barrier 1.
Okay.
Whereas against Wizards, so when you opened 4 lightning earlier,
Mm-hmm.
they actually have deal 4 arcane damage.
Okay.
Now, if you've only got arcane barrier 1, you can only block 1 of those. So you need arcane barrier 2 or 3,
Okay.
or 4 if you want to be able to block it all.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Charlie, you'll go.
I'm going to be struggling against that.
so in the example of the OTK Viscera, which is almost where Leicester's leaning at the moment,
It's really
if
not.
you get to, I know it's not, but it's working out that way.
Mm.
Is if you get to 20, they could technically block 12 if they've got a handful of blue. Now, obviously, it's triggered by an attack, but so you're probably doing more damage there. But 12, so you need to be able to go at least to 30 to 33 to go over that.
Right. Tito. We have. What does the keyword dominate mean?
Means
So-
I can only defend with 1 card from hand.
Only one from hand.
Now, obviously, part of that is that if you're defending, so you can only defend with 1 card from hand.
Yeah.
You have armor, you have the arsenal. They do not class as from hand. So he has a card in the arsenal, so he could block with that if it is a defense reaction. He
Mhm.
has 1 armor left on his Grasp of the Arc Knight, but if he uses that, no, it's fine.
Grasp is fine, but that's
you can't block with if you blocks with
block
the
that,
skeleton,
that's
that
breaks.
breaks,
That won't.
and the crown dichotomy's got none.
Yes.
So realistically, unless he's got something fucking immovable, you're looking at 3.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably looking at 3 or 4. I think reduce their enchanters 4, isn't it? A red.
4 red.
Or most reds block for 4. When it comes to defense reactions.
Okay. So
Except
I
for steel
need.
plate shunt, which is 6. And unmovable, which is like a million. Or it feels like you're really playing Dorinty right now.
So I need to do some pitching.
You do, because you've got no pitch, so you can't pay for jack.
So I'm gonna put some pitch down.
So you're paying with a blue pedal for metal, which gives you 3.
Yes. And I'm going to slot down a 0 to 60. And I know it costs 0.
For 3.
Free.
So you don't.
You
So
can't
actually,
pay
you
for
can't
it.
pitch for. You can't pitch when you
Is
don't
it
have
not-
something to pay for.
I do have it for after.
Yeah, but you do it afterwards.
You
I
do
do
it
it
after.
I do it afterwards.
You do it at the point.
Oh,
Do
okay. I thought
It's a
you
bit like
do it
Marvel.
early.
You can't do it early.
A bit like Marvel, you
Okay.
pay when you need it.
Pay when I need to.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
folks.
it does hang around. So it's
It
not
does
like you
hang
pay
around.
if you need it, and it's not like
You do, yeah.
It
you
doesn't
don't
go
waste
away
you
straight
just
away.
can-
I remember
You
that
can
now.
only pay at the point of needing it because
Oh,
there's some
okay.
cards that benefit from this,
Yes.
so you can't put them there in advance essentially.
Oh, okay.
So you're coming up with
So
4.
pull that way.
Are you going to give it a cheeky boosty woosty? I'm going to assume yes.
I'm going to have a cheeky boosty boosty.
Have a boosty woosty. And do you know what? It's a mechanology cost. But the example there is, it's a red zipper here, which is one you ideally
I would want to do a
want to
cat.
punch with. So that's where you use your opt to be able to.
Yes.
So stuff like this, the talismanic lens. I think the Tekla Heart Core doesn't do it, but you've got cards like Fate Scene that has opt. I think there are other options in Mac.
There is. In the
There's
steps
items,
somewhere.
yeah.
I've forgotten the name of it now.
So,
Not
it's
three.
coming at me for 4. I guess I'm going to block for 4
Not for 4.
because that's got 1 left.
Yeah, and then now it's destroyed.
It's not destroyed.
It's not destroyed, it's can't block again.
You can't block it with it again.
Oh.
So there's a difference between.
Oh,
so
it's not
so
destroyed. Yeah,
That's
it's got its
any
ability still.
attack reactions? No.
Yeah.
I've got no defense reaction in response to it.
So
Mhm.
4v4.
And that goes there.
So when it comes to the armor pieces, there's
Thank
different keywords.
Yeah.
So I think it's battle 1 is you just keep reducing the armor count to 0.
Okay.
At that point, it doesn't break. There's blade break, which you use it once and it's instantly destroyed.
Okay.
And there's temper.
Temper.
And temper is once the armor value gets to 0.
Mhm.
So, for example, the Bloodsheath Skeleton that James has got,
Mhm.
that hits 0, then it is destroyed.
Okay.
So it's basically one that's instant destroyed as soon as you block with it,
Mhm.
one that's destroyed once it hits 0, and some that are just you can get to 0 and it's fine, it still exists.
So you do have go again. So carry on.
Okay. I do.
Sorry, I'm good at talking.
You know exactly what you're doing.
I don't. I'm just
Okay.
good at talking. Bullshit is my second language. Some say first.
So I only need. Yeah, I do need. Pardon me.
So you're now going to pitch the 3.
Pitch for 3 from pedal to the metal,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to. Put steams for this cognition knows. Once I put it down, do I gain
do
to go
get-
again?
It
says
just
go
says
again.
go again.
Yeah.
So you've got to go again. So you can action to put a counter on it.
General rule of RTC.
So are you going to do that?
Yeah.
Put a
I'm going
counter
to
on it?
pop a counter on it. And once per attack reaction, I may do that. But I'm doing attack reaction just yet. I'm going to put down
You have 2 pitch left.
pedal to the metal. And
Who's
that's
doing
a
two?
cost of 2. And that goes.
Are you going to boost it to go again?
I,
No, not yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm going to boost.
Boost away. So pedal to metal.
So if it hits, your next one gains.
Your
damage.
next one is gains dominator. It doesn't have dominator stuff. So you have no pitch left.
Okay.
So I guess that kind of says
Do
to
you
Leicester that you
have
have
a
a 0
defence?
cost card.
I'm not going to defend.
Okay.
No.
And
Attack reaction?
if I do target attack, if this hits, put it to the bottom of my deck.
So
And
basically you're giving it if it hits, essentially.
yes,
Are you going to do that?
you're probably going to defend it, but I'm gonna put it down.
So you're going to remove that.
Go.
That's your attack reaction.
Yep.
So
Put it there.
that doesn't break.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so
just to it.
if it hits, it gets to go to the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
And I've got no defense
And I
reactions.
attack it. After
So you
that,
take
it
4?
gains
So
dominate.
I take 4, so remove that. I'm just
Your
moving
next attack against dominate. That hits, so it goes
Yeah.
to the bottom of your deck.
Lovely.
So this is the reason why James said you don't. Once this is spent, you don't just put it straight back because things
Because
are
now
only back.
that's at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it will actually be set.
It changes the order.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when you get to the big brain plays of Wizard,
Yes.
That's a big deal.
that's a big thing because they basically play from the top of their deck. They don't really play from hand.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, you've got to go again.
I do. And
You got go again, no pitch.
no pitch.
You do
Is
have
Arsenal a first turn?
that's
thing?
right at the end.
Right at the end.
That's
the
literally
last
the
thing
last
you
thing you do.
Okay.
You do have a bullet in your
I
chamber.
do have a bullet in my chamber, and I'm going to fire it off.
Fire the bullet.
Fire off the bullet.
So I'm going to block with 2.
Block with
no
2.
damage.
In that instant.
Yeah.
So literally
Yes.
blocking,
You only had
That
block the
blocks.
ones. Yes.
Yep.
that's finished. Okay? And in the instant before you put that card in your arsenal, which you know you're going to do,
Mm-hmm.
I'll play an instant.
What
So-
does that do?
That allows me to shuffle 3 cards back in my deck. So I'm going to go for
Instant is
It's 3 actions. Remember,
attack action, action,
just so you don't go.
action.
Just in case you get excited and play with action or defense reactions.
So action, action, action.
That
Yep.
then is banished.
Vanished. Boom,
Nice.
boom, boom. And in fact, let's say I'm going to instant that as well.
You have both remembrances in
Yeah,
here.
really bad. Because for defense, they're nothing, are they?
Mm.
And in that, I'm going to probably just dump a.
It's up to, so it doesn't have to actually be 3. Which is a nice little boosty.
Yeah, probably just going to throw.
Oh, who's a lot of coffee? I need jungle juice.
I'm going to throw those 3 in.
Destroy base.
Okay. So yeah, now you can put that card in your arsenal if you want to.
I shall.
Okay, that goes to the bottom,
Yep.
and then you draw up.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, now it's my turn.
Your turn.
No cards in hand.
No cards in hand.
Got 1 card in the arsenal. I won't touch it.
Okay.
And I draw up. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Okie dokie, let's see what I'm doing today. I'm going to set down my pitch. Just pour the mold. Was it 1, 2, 3?
And what are you doing with that pitch?
I'm going to be given one of those by with a cost of 2. Goes away, and are you ready?
I'm ready. So 5.
Do you have any defense for the 5?
So I'm gonna say no defense. Oh, you're boosting it or not?
I am boosting it. Pardon me. And there goes Dissipation Shield.
So no defense.
Okay.
Any attack reaction?
No attack reaction.
Yeah, I'll fate for scene.
What does that one do?
For 4.
What's for
I
4?
get to opt top.
Opt top.
I'll leave that at the top. And that's done. I take 1.
Yes.
So it did hit.
It did hit.
That didn't
just
get any
yeah,
effect from
nothing else.
hitting.
Nothing else after that.
Like it triggers these certain things. So like that, for example. Now you
Yeah.
can use
If
that
I
to-
attack, I can add pitch.
Yeah.
And
You gain 2 pitch essentially.
yeah, which is very useful. I think I might take advantage of that.
So we're going to do that. Break
So I
it
just flip upside
Yeah.
down.
and gain 2 more pitch.
Gain 2 more. Lovely. I like it. And then I'm going to action the cognition nodes to gain 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to, yep, I moved it all the way over there. Now I'm putting in locked and loaded, which is free.
So you
The
gain.
next attack action card you
And because you
play.
boosted this turn, you get to opt.
I get to
So look at the top.
How
Decide
do
if you want to keep it at the top or put it to the bottom.
I get to keep it.
Keep it at the top. Okay. And then you play
Play over the loop.
Oogaloop.
And I'm not going to boost, but the cost of that goes down. Do you have a defense?
I'm not going to defend.
Okay. I have no. Wait, does that have,
You can
So
actually not put it to
I
the
can
bottom if
action
it
that.
hits.
if it hits? Yeah.
But then it has it anyway.
It does have it anyway. Yeah. So there's no need.
So it's coming out for 8.
Yes.
Okay, no defense.
No attack reaction.
Take 8. 5, 6, 7. Put it out to 4.
Okay. And in turn, I'll go to the bottom of my deck.
Mm-hmm.
But this one does go away, and this one goes to the bottom. Does it matter? Does it matter which order? Because the one was the pitch and one was the attack.
Well, yeah, so the attack hits and that goes first.
Yeah, goes first.
Straight away.
Under the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the pitch
pitch,
after.
yeah.
That's the right order
Is
then.
everything?
Yes, it
So, draw
is. I've still got that card on my arsenal waiting for me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good timing, Brooksy. So I'm down to 4 health.
4?
I just took a nasty 8.
8.
Ooh. That sounds like a maximum velocity kind of turn.
No, it wasn't. It was
Locked and loaded.
locked and loaded into. So it went to the bottom over the loop.
Oh, very nice. Red
Red
overloop.
overloop.
Ooh, high five.
High five.
So
I'm not even in the screen now because you can see me anymore.
Let's do that then. Let's split this up a little bit after the middleman.
okay. So I'm gonna pitch a become the art, right?
Yeah.
3.
You got a 3.
Pay 2. Play over the art night,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me a enchant.
And what does that do?
It also gives me +2 on my next Runeblade attack.
Cool.
And then I'm going to Art Knight Ascendancy. So it's coming at you for 7.
Okay.
It's got Dominate, so you can only block with 1 card from hand.
Okay.
And also you've got to block 12 rune chats.
So the one thing to remember with this is actually the rune, as we in Leicester just
Rune chats
find out.
trigger first.
So actually, it's technically that way around.
So it's like this.
Rune chant
Which
first.
I've always found weird that the trigger goes off second.
Now, because I have played this, into this ability goes off, so it automatically creates me a rune chant.
From
Well,
behind.
that's not one.
But
to
that's
worry
not
about.
coming. That's for later.
No. So
Okay,
we've got
so-
the 12 to deal with first.
So
So the only way, because you've got null rune, so unlike normal attack damage where you deal with this, rune chant damage is actually dealt with by this
Pitch.
pitch. So 3 for 3 rune chants essentially.
Yeah.
So to deal with 12, if you want to deal with all of them, then you'd have to pitch 12. But then you also got this normal damage coming, which is normal damage, which is blocked by this.
You know.
Yeah.
So in total,
I
you
can
get 12.
I can only do the one with
No. So
No,
an arcane.
each rune chant is its own source of damage.
So you only need arcane.
You
one.
only need.
Yeah.
So basically, when you pitch to block the first one, you then use the other pitches
to block the
to block the second, the
fourth.
third, and
Okay.
then pitch again to block the fourth, fifth, etc.
Okay.
So what you want, ideally, when this comes, is that you kind of want a lot of blue cards because blue cards are effectively blocking 3 damage each, and you also have 7 to deal with. So if this hits, it's 12 plus 7,
Which will get
Not
me
quite
down.
enough.
which is 19.
19.
So you would be alive on 1 health.
Yes. I can use this though. I'm allowed.
So well,
No,
that's
that never breaks.
It never breaks.
imagine it as an aura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You, know,
like a
you just
bubble
have to
shield.
pay. You have to pay to.
Pay
turn it on.
to
Yeah, you have to pay
To survive it.
Yeah, basically. So, go for it.
Okay.
And is there a hit effect on
Mhm.
your?
So whatever damage this does,
Breaks that many
creates that
chance.
many rune chants.
So if it connects with 7,
Seven, it
you'll
breaks.
create 7.
7 rune chants.
I think I know what this is.
No. It'd be nice though, wouldn't it? It's a lot of damage, but
Does it have to go again?
it doesn't have go again.
So you wouldn't have to hit again this
No.
time. So has Charlie got the big man balls to go to take 19, giving you another 8, but then have a full hand to swing at you with?
I've got an arcane barrier on this one as well, don't I?
You don't need to
you-
worry about that. You only need one.
Charlie, so
Just
don't
need
worry
one.
about
Don't worry about it.
against an Arc Knight.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Don't need to worry
that's-
about multiple
You
sources.
just need
of
need
damage.
one source of arcane damage.
If you're against
Arcane.
wizard, you need more.
Okay.
But against this, because they're literally instead of a big fire blast, they're literally like pew pew pew. So you only
Okay.
need one pew 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 damager blocker.
So it
That literally they're all
Yeah.
bouncing off your
they're
hood,
all bouncing off the hood.
Yeah.
but you
Okay.
need to pay to bounce them.
Okay.
So if you imagine,
I'm still
if,
just
if,
getting used to that.
if I had 12 of these,
Yeah.
imagine each one of those was a rune chant, and each one is a technically that's actually
Well, no,
12
that's what these
ones.
dots are.
each dot is 1
Each dot is
damage.
a point of damage.
But you can block. You block them all individually. So if you would say block with a blue card, it'd actually block.
Block 3 of them.
Yeah, pitch 3.
So, what are you doing, Charlie?
What does your crown of dichotomy do?
Allows me to put a attack action and non-attack action from the discard.
On top of your deck.
But it doesn't have go again, so it's literally the only thing I can do.
Yeah, that's what I did. I was trying to work out if I had a way. of giving
Very
you
tempted
the
to. Well, as soon as I get a
rattle bones.
no, the thing of the Arcanite, so the Arcanite skull caps, that's going straight there. Because I don't like kind of like. To be honest, I'm even half tempted to put an Iron Rock. For now, seriously, I don't think it's very good.
Well, if you were playing against another rune blade, would you just swap that for another rune?
Yeah.
Would. So basically, Charlie, you can either take 19 and keep full hand,
Yeah.
and hopefully you can do 4 on your next turn, in which case Lester's dead. But he has then got 8 effective rune chance, so he has to swing once and you got to block with everything again.
Yes.
Or you can block with all your hand, which let's have a look at what you've got.
Not
So-
a whole lot.
So basically, he's got you at the worst time because you've
Yeah.
actually only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can block 3 reds
All
and
the
a
other
yellow,
times I've had
blues.
plenty blues.
Yeah.
So your call here is: do you take all the damage, or do you block as much of this as you can?
I'm probably going to
Because
have
whatever
to
happens
tank
here,
it.
Tank all of it.
Tank.
it's
I mean,
To
you can-
have a
so
chance
this
at
is
the
blocks
final
like
battle.
magical damage, so that's plus
Yeah.
my pitch. You've not got much pitch, which
No.
is that.
There's
Can
no
you
point.
block You can only block this with one card from hand.
From hand only. I can't use.
If that's a defense reaction, you can.
Yeah.
And let's face it, you don't have defense reactions, so I didn't even actually need to look to know that you couldn't.
No, that's right. I'm not that worried. So what you gonna do, boy?
I have to tank it.
You're gonna tank all of it.
Probably the only one worth holding. 0, 1, 2. I'm going to have to tank all of it.
Okay. All of it. So you're hoping to kill me on the next turn, essentially.
Yes.
I'm gonna take 19 damage.
Yeah. So,
And I
on you go.
and I create 7 rune chunks.
So it's a bold call.
Yeah.
It's a very bold call.
If I didn't, all I would be have left is maybe 3 health if I wanted to protect it.
So
If I would stand a chance.
it's something I've done before and taken a big hit and lost. So I'm not the best person to ask, but if you can't block most of it, and if you're still going to take a huge chunk of damage, you might as well keep your cards to try and keep him on the back foot to stop him coming at you. It's kind of my logic. But
Exactly.
if I can block it, I would. Well, if I had the ability to block all that, I would have done.
Yeah.
I would have shunted the thing, and I did have a shunt in the arsenal or something like that, and then you pitched a blue and.
Okay. Fun. Right. Here we go. Not really much to do.
That's not what you want to hear after you've just taken all that damage, Charlie.
If it wasn't much to do, you'd block as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, which is the other thing.
Okay.
So go on.
0 to 60.
For free.
For free.
Are you going to boost?
With a boost. Let's hit it. And it's a nice little roll.
The positive thing is he's so low in health, he kind of has to block everything.
Yeah.
I do. Okay. No defense.
No defense. No attack reaction.
I'll fix him.
What's that?
And you can have a little look.
Top or bottom? Cool. So that's any attack reaction?
No attack reaction.
That's not. I'm assuming more defense reaction unless you really want to
No.
block over block by considerable. So you do have to go again, Charlie.
Okay. I'm looking at destroy the races. Reveal the top card of your deck. If you do, the next attack action card you play this turn gains X, where X is 3 minus the pitch value of the card revealed this way. My small brain is not computing.
So the pitch value is that.
Yes.
So if you break that and you hit a 1,
Yep.
you'll give your next attack +2. If you hit a yellow, you'll do +1.
1. And if you have a
You hit a blue, you hit +4.
It's
plus
plus 3, yeah. So if you
So you
hit
hit a
blue,
blue,
you don't get extra boost.
you don't get anything.
okay.
So it's literally just a chance to buff by a certain amount of damage, depending on what's at the top.
Yeah.
Just where opting again is
useful.
hella useful.
Yes. And at the moment, I do not have that beneficiary. So.
So you can take a punt on it, essentially.
Say again, sorry.
You can take a punt.
And risk it. Do I do that now or during my attack?
Before.
Before, because it's next,
Before.
next attack.
Okay. I will
It's
do
not
it.
reaction.
So break.
Do you turn it over?
Turn it over. Yeah.
Look at the top.
Pray for red.
Blue! 0 extra damage. So that goes back to the top.
Is that because it's 3?
Yeah.
So, you get an extra 3 damage
Mm-hmm.
by that.
Okay.
So 3
if it-
minus 3.
3 plus.
So if it was a 2.
So if that
Oh,
was
You got
2,
+1.
you would have got +1 damage on your next attack.
Okay.
Yeah, so if that had been the top card, you got +1.
Ah,
If that had been your top card,
you
you
got
got
+2.
+2.
Okay.
And if there was ever such a thing as a 0 pitch, you'd got +3.
Yeah.
So
So that's
leave
the
that
scar.
space.
isn't it?
No, top, still your top card.
So
you
turn
don't.
it over.
Oh,
So that is just reveal.
it's just revealed. Okay.
To be honest, you probably left it face up because you didn't draw any.
Okay. And now...
It's worth it though, because if that would have been a +2 and you made block for twice.
Was that the use of an action?
Yeah, I'd go again.
It had go again.
It has go again anyway.
Yeah, so you.
Yeah.
So you still got an action, but you've got no pitch at the moment.
So I need to pop it onto.
You managed to get James down to 3 cards in hand.
Okay.
Gosh, it's quite a difficult one, that position you're putting in. Like 19 is a lot.
Yes.
19 is a lot of damage, especially in blitz.
Well, yeah, when you've got 20 health.
Yeah.
Taking
19 is like
95%,
almost.
95% of his health in one shot.
Yeah.
I need to pitch 2.
Okay.
That's your maximum velocity and hyperdriver. Can I have 2 pitch? Oh, I'm going to be spending it
Well, you get it, doesn't matter.
straight away.
So you're going to spend it straight away.
Yeah, spending straight away with over the loop. With a 4 wave.
For 5.
Yes.
Okay, it goes to the bottom. Alright.
If he boosts it, which he hasn't, but yeah, if it hits, it goes to the bottom.
Do you want go again?
Probably
no point.
Probably not, because that won't help me to just action that.
Nope.
So there's no point, unless that's free.
I can gain an action point to activate that.
No,
just
you
to
need
order.
pitch for that.
I need pitch for it.
And then you've got whatever that is there, but unless that's free.
That's a.
Yeah, that's in your arsenal, you can play it from the arsenal.
I can't.
you
Use,
have
I
to
can't.
pay for it still.
I can't use it for pitch though.
No.
No, I can't.
So do you want to go again with it? Is there any point to going again?
No.
So I will no defense.
No attack reaction.
Sink below.
Mm-hmm.
Block 4 of the 5 damage.
4 of the 5.
So I'll take 3.
Yep.
And I also get to move a card to the bottom.
Yep.
And draw a card.
So my attack is that attack resolved? Defense resolved?
Is your defense resolved? Yes, your defense is resolved. That's
Yours
one
is
damage.
minus.
That's done. Yeah.
So if it hit, it goes to the bottom. And so just the pitches.
And then you draw up.
Draw up.
So I've always thought with Mechanologist, obviously having a pure Mechanologist deck is great for boosting, because you don't even need to think about it. But is that the best way to build it?
No idea.
Because, like attacks like that where it's just fine. If it's a pure deck, which you're not going to know in a tournament until they play the first game at least, that you don't have, if you bot for 6, there's no attack reaction, whereas like say a Dorinthia deck or a deck like this to some extent, also the Guardian deck, so you attack for 4, I'm attacking for 4, and you're like, maybe I have to block this for 3 cards, because is it easy to get to 7? I don't
What
use
we got?
Pitch.
2.
Oath.
Great enchant token.
Extra enchant. The next attack action this turn gains +3.
Mm-hmm.
And
That costs 3 minus by that.
so it's minus
So
6.
it's free. So I'm coming at it for 9.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 9.
9 plus 9.
18.
So basically, Charlie, you're dead.
I'm dead.
There's no way of you blocking 18.
No.
No, it's not.
The bigger one was earlier.
I know, but it's basically this deck. There's
Yeah.
an OTK version, obviously, which is do it all in one turn.
Yeah.
This one is I'm going to take 2 relatively big swings.
Yeah.
So rather than
2
an
KO.
OTK, it's a
Yes.
TTK, whatever.
So what do you see as without going into this is how you beat me?
Mm-hmm.
What's the biggest weakness of your deck? Is it when people are swinging for quite big hits rather than necessarily going
Faster
wide?
than you can take it until you can.
What's the weakness of my deck? I think it is just overwhelming me. That's it.
Mm.
So
It's like
you need to
I have to
constantly
I have
keep
to
up,
have at you a lot more.
constantly keep up the pressure.
Yeah.
A weakness could be maybe someone who's able to block a lot of the damage that I'm about to dish out.
Mm-hmm.
Because
like
say if you're
an
able
Who
to,
could do that?
yeah, if you're able to block a load of the damage
Mm-hmm.
and bring my rune chance back down to 0, then I have to start all over again, building them back up again. and there's only so much time to do that.
And there's
So
no
it's
way.
either you kill me quicker than I can kill you.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's almost like the Told the Ring
Which I was-
style of.
I was close enough, but not close enough.
Yeah, so I think the biggest failing of your deck that we built there, and obviously part of this is you haven't actually got a lot of the good attack reactions.
No.
So things like
so my next turn, if that one failed, I would have broken Bloodski Skeletor.
Mm-hmm.
It makes my next attacks free, and then there's Slogism, which plus 6 into that, so it's 12 plus whatever enchants I've got,
Yeah.
essentially.
yeah, so this is kind of the point of like this sort of action which boosts your attacks.
Yeah.
Is really good, but it's fundamentally flawed against boosting.
Yeah.
So it's almost like what your deck would need. What your deck would need is to almost take a bit more of a risk in terms of the boosting to potentially get stuff
I mean, you
like.
did a ballsy play in taking all that
Yeah, yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
But it would, to be honest, like I said, even if it was I was in nine issues, I would have been probably the same positioning, and I'd probably
I did make a
take-
mistake by adding the token to the conditioning nodes instead of the plasma
Putting it
pistol.
on the pistol.
Yeah.
But I think the big, like I say, adding stuff like Razor Reflex for the cheaper attacks, which obviously just gives things go again without having to boost.
Yeah. So Mechanologist's got two ways. It's got either the 0/1s
Mm-hmm.
or the 2s,
Yes.
like the 2 big attacks. So do you fill your deck? I built a deck which hardly runs any of the 2 attacks. It
Mhm.
runs purely like it runs a full play set of Zipper of 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Full play set of Zipper hit,
Mm-hmm.
and then literally just like all the item cards that I
Wow, left.
require. Oh, it runs those pummels. It's more of like an aggressive
Yeah.
Mechanologist.
So is your maximum velocity.
Yeah. I had it. The only way I could use it is to pitch it.
But yeah,
I didn't have 3. I had 2.
It's hard
I
to-
had 2 boost cards, but not
Hard
3.
to play.
it almost, that card to me feels like that you almost need that really early with
Yeah.
your
That needs to be sat
Tech
there
low.
ready to go.
your
Mm.
tech. You also need that with your Teclo heart.
Yes.
So that needs to be sat there ready to go with your Teclo heart ready. You know, and
Is
literally
there a
just like
world?
Zipper,
Yeah.
something
0.
got 0/60.
Over the loop or throttle.
Oh,
Either either.
Oh,
either
that's
either.
3 and then boom.
Is there a world where you don't start with the Teclo colour out? You start with like a hyperdriver,
Hyperdrive
and then
is
use and wait till you get the Teclo heart in hand, and your hyperdriver here.
I've always
Build up
thought
for it.
Hyperdriver is a solid card.
I hated it when you got 2 hyperdrivers out, and it was like boost. Right, I've got 2 pitch. I'm ready to go again. Like,
Mm.
So the deck that I built, Hyperdrive is probably well more important.
Yeah. The one that you got for me the other month. The one you made.
No, this was another one we
A different
made.
one.
Well, essentially, Hyperdriver, you play like a 0 to 60,
Yeah.
which is free.
Mm-hmm.
Boost it. That then triggers Hyperdriver giving you a pitch for nothing. So it gains you a pitch just for playing a card. And that allows you to play into a Zipper hit, which then gains you another one back again, which allows you to play the next Zipper hit. You know what I mean? So it
So it
charges
funds you
itself,
for
so
3
it funds
turns.
you for free.
Yeah.
It's essentially, and then so it's essentially just like a free little boost. It's really good.
So
And then
I can
if
run
you,
with
if
this
you
at the start.
if you gained another one, you can just charge at your pistol, for example.
Exactly.
So it's literally just like draw little hits.
So I can run with this at the start instead
Yeah,
of
if you want
Teclo.
to.
potentially, yeah. I mean, it's just a thought
Because
because
Teclo, you could keep pitching Teclo until the point where you're ready to play it. Because it's a blue.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh.
decent pitch.
and almost what you're trying to get to at that point is almost either pitching in a way or waiting until you've got your maximum velocity and putting that into your arsenal.
Mm.
And then you get your Teclo core, you play that, and or you wait until you get cards which you can then
Putting max velocity in my arsenal.
almost like free boost.
Yeah.
Put
Getting
my,
double remembrance on that turn was painful. I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna die here.
which one was that?
So remember,
if it was-
the instant,
Oh yeah.
but it's got 0 defense.
Mm.
If that was my Dorinthia deck,
Oh, that would have been like at the end for me.
I think that. So I think that's one of the big things. Is you put someone enough far enough on the back foot, then they can't react.
So you said put that in the arsenal.
Yeah.
What can I
So-
do with it being in the arsenal?
So it's
Wait.
like there in weight.
So if you imagine
I can play with it once I've done my 3 boosts.
yeah. So
yeah,
if
so
you
it's
imagine
there
this,
waiting for lying.
your dream board state would be something
download
like.
with full things on it.
Let's just assume that's just for blue.
Because I keep thinking of the arsenal as only defensive.
No.
No,
It's not.
On your turn, so you can only play from the arsenal. That's the only rule. You can only play from the arsenal.
Okay.
So you can't pitch with it,
Can't pitch
And
with
you
that.
can't-
No.
and you can't block with it
Can't block
unless it's a defense reaction.
Ah,
Because
yeah.
you play a defense
Oh, okay.
reaction.
Yeah.
So it can only. So the rule is you can only play from the arsenal. So you play defense reactions.
Oh right. And it can be
Whereas-
played anytime in my
I can
turn.
play it any time on when
The player's turn.
I'm attacking you.
Oh.
In turn, if it's an attack, you can play it from the arsenal.
Okay.
So your dream.
Right, I can-
During
I-
only
I-
during your turn.
But when I'm attacking, I can only play it because I can't attack during your turn.
That
Yeah.
for your own. You mean? Yeah.
Yeah, for
I mean,
my
for-
own
I mean
turn.
for
Yeah,
mine.
so like when I was doing with your output, a lot of times I was doing attack reactions there, or defense reactions.
Okay.
And I was literally just flipping
So
it.
essentially,
So-
it's an extension to your hand.
Yeah.
But it removes the utility you can't
You
pitch or
Yeah,
defend with
pitch
it
or
as a
defend with
defense.
it unless it's a
You can only use it
defense
as an
reaction,
action.
because you play defense
Ah.
reactions.
So your dream scenarios, that's in your arsenal.
Yeah.
And then in your hand you have, I've just picked 3 0 to 60, so you could actually have other things.
Yeah.
The first turn, play that,
Take well.
and that's sat there. You almost take a bit of a pass. Maybe you've got something here that you can charge a pistol shooter. You draw it up.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be a zipper as well. So what you could almost do.
I think it's easier than that, mate. To be honest with you.
Well,
Yeah.
literally, I'm just setting up. It's the easiest way of doing it because
I think there's an
you
easy
can almost go
Mm.
zipper hit boost, zipper 0-60 boost, 0-60 boost, 0-60 boost. It's cost you nothing. You've done 2, 3, 9 damage.
You've got two
Yeah.
pitch.
You got
You've
2.
already got a
That's
counter
that's triggered off. So you got 2.
Yeah.
Comes in for 10.
But you've also followed up with, well, in just this scenario,
Yeah.
you know, it's a decent amount of damage. So 2, 5, 9 plus 10, 19 damage.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the thing about that is you've got to build towards that sort of thing. So you
Yeah.
might be pitching things away. You might be
Yeah.
and wait until you get something because you don't necessarily need this. If you've got something like a hyperdriver out,
Mm-hmm.
where you get
Well,
a,
hyperdrive you could go 0 to 60, that generates your resource.
Mm-hmm.
then
0
rather
to
than,
60, that generates your resource.
And keep it high.
You could go zipper hit, which
Yeah.
costs 1, but it also generates a resource back again with the hyperdriver. And then you can play that for 2.
yeah, and then so the,
And
thing
the red one of this is a 5. So
When
that's
you
that's
boost
even more. Then.
hard removes.
yeah, I mean, I just picked
So
like the
if it
first
goes
one.
0
I
60.
literally picked out 0
I know,
cost and boost.
Let's
as
go
well.
0 to 60 blue, red.
Yeah. So
So
keep
that's
it.
8.
Just keep it high.
Yeah.
Keep.
Basically.
Yeah.
Say with if I had 2 left, and then I pitched, but I had a card that costed 3. Can I pick 1 out and then 2 from the
So
pitch?
every time you boost, it just gives you an extra resource.
Yeah.
That's better.
Once. As many times as you want.
That's fine.
Once per turn.
Once per turn, when you have a boost, we're going to move a steam counter.
I played that wrong before. haven't
Yeah,
And
we
game.
have, don't worry. I've read the rules.
A pitch.
I
I?
reread
What's the rules? The first rule of trading card games.
Read.
Read the rules.
I think you can only get 1 pitch gained.
Alright, that
But you
makes
can-
hyperdrive
but you can
so
spend.
much worse than I thought it
But
was.
it doesn't though, because you still can store up.
Actually, it's
Like
nip.
you can easily get to.
Always one.
You can run 2 hyperdrivers.
Well, ultimately, if you don't have any other cards to play, the worst case scenario is a boost into a top up the gun, essentially,
Exactly.
or boost into top up another equipment piece. So.
Yeah, you don't ask about boosting after that. 'Cause you just
I
right,
think maximum velocity is just a very difficult card to play.
But when it
But
works,
when it works, it's
it's because you boosted so many times, which just insinuates you've already been doing damage and blocking. You've done it 3 times. They've only got 1 card. You could look in at 7 quite easily.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
I'm
right.
also one that gives your next attack actually dominate. That's the medal. That was dominate.
Yeah, I could boost that. Don't you? Oh no, you don't. You can play that.
Can you play
So
that
it's
in
an
boost?
attack. Yeah, it boosts. Well, I think we're about done for tonight. Do you reckon?
What time is it?
Half time? Just going
That's
to
about
11
right.
o'clock.
That's about right.
So I hope this has been relatively informative. Obviously, rather than
Hopefully.
using 2 very meta decks in sort of Dorinthia and Katsu or that sort of thing, we've gone a bit different with Viscerai and with Dash, but I hope it was relatively informative. So thank you very much for tuning in, for those who have, and I hopefully will, it's not this weekend, I'm sure we'll be doing one next week.
Yeah,
And maybe get some. Hopefully, obviously we won't have any Monarch spoilers, which makes me very sad. But
So disappointing.
it makes me so sad, so sad. I'm a sad boy. Sad boy.
I wish they just I understand that the set's delayed, but can we please just keep the spoiler season the same?
Yeah, but I also kind of get it because what I wouldn't have wanted is do all the spoilers and then it's a week of nothing. That would have been hard. That would have been very hard to deal with.
Anyway,
As a man, I don't think I'd have enjoyed having that. So, thank you very much, all, and hopefully we will get to catch you on the next one.
cheers.
Cheers.
Think it went alright?
Yeah. Like I say, I want to get the remote working so I can do things a little bit without having to look like I'm reaching over and actually ending things.